The senses of smell and taste can take us back in time. So it was with Carol Tanner. Her search for her mother's mustard recipe took a while to complete. But once she did it, Mother's Mountain was born. It's fair to say that Mother's Mountain starts with Mom. Wasn't she a dish? She was a New York City girl who doctored a local mustard and served it to her loving husband. Mother made good mustard.
Mother did, and my dad loved it. And he was addicted to it.
Mom died in 1966, and that left daughter Carol Tanner in a difficult spot because she didn't know the recipe.
He came to live with us and kept asking, "Can you make your mother's mustard?" And I couldn't do it. I tried so many times. So I finally found a recipe and did it, and I've been doing it ever since.
It's all stacked up.
Carol and her husband, Dennis Proctor, decided to give mustard a go as a business.
105 cases.
They established their worldwide headquarters in their barn, but you'd better be able to find Mustard Hollow Way because that's their only sign.
I went to the town meetings for rezoning. This was all farmland. The town gave me permission to make mustard in the kitchen. So it went through a rezoning, and our first jar was sold out of the back of the kitchen, and that was in 1982.
As Dennis mixed up a batch of ketchup,
So we get my little blend.
he told us how they grew the business. It turns out they were on the advanced guard of the healthy, gluten-free gourmet boutique food business. You know, that one.
The major ingredient. This is wild Maine honey.
They grew pretty fast, had some ups and downs through 5 recessions, and finally settled into a niche.
We used to sell on the West Coast. It's very expensive. You know, it all has to do with freight and shipping and how you can get it to the customer as cheap as possible because nobody wants to pay shipping. That's the number one thing. How can I get it, but I don't want to pay shipping? So we found out concentrating on the east of the Mississippi is more appropriate for us. This is my handy dandy drill.
They are amused by how some customers find their products, and they have many stories to tell. Dennis learned they were gluten-free from a customer who kept coming back to their booth at an early Maine festival.
Then about 10 minutes later, she shows up again by herself, does the whole routine again, picks up the products, that's reading the, the ingredients is. She sets it down and she looks at me square in the face. She goes, "Do you know you're gluten-free?" And I'm going, "Really?" What is gluten-free?
It's on their labels now. They make jams and jellies, salad dressing, marinades, and sauces. It's the stuff your mother used to make, and most of us still would, if we had the time, and Mom's recipe.
All the stuff that we find in our kitchen is in what's in our product. Yeah. I mean, it's just natural, wholesome ingredients that you would buy yourself to use. Yeah. And that's what drives our product. I mean, it drives the sales of it and also the health benefits of it. This beats hand labeling, I'll tell you. It goes on straight every time.
Mother's is a small but well-established brand. They're in all of the Hannafords. However, seeing how the product is made makes you feel like you're right in Mother's kitchen. Simple ingredients being added before being bottled and labeled. And oh yes, that's Carol's art.
This is a watercolor of the barn and the house. This is where we make it. The little flag.
It's from the loving hand that produced Mother's Mountain. Gluten-free, fat-free, salt-free, Mother's Mountain is loved everywhere because it's oh so delicious, just as Mother liked it. And by the way, the mountains and sailboats on those labels represent Carol and Dennis's love of skiing and sailing. That's our show for this week. You know about all this social media stuff. Please follow us all week long, 24/7. We've got some funny things to say. And kids, remember, don't go bragging just because you're from Maine.